Alright guys, welcome back to the videos. The audio that we had wasn't usable. It was just way too loud and we couldn't talk and communicate and tell you what was going on.
So we went out to these little off-roading areas near our home, kind of close to the mountain, and took the mowers out finally. Now this was a really light off-roading trail.
Mostly dirt with some minor to medium obstacles, some dips.
We had a ton of fun. I guess the only thing that I would say is that the mowers were pretty loud and kind of stinky, like the exhaust fumes. Other than that, we had a pretty good time. As you can see, we have our cameraman behind us following us and watching us go through these little
Rocks and obstacles.
I guess the point of this video is not to say that these mowers are hardcore off-roaders right now, because we were mainly just testing them and seeing what they're capable of. And as of right now, they can definitely handle dirt and rocks. And we really didn't try anything crazy. Again, we just kind of had fun and see what they could do. Another reason why we kind of took it easy and did a lighter trail is because I was afraid of the suspension falling apart. As you can tell, these mowers are a little bit older, and I was afraid of some of the bolts or parts coming off as we were going and potentially leaving us somewhere kind of far and then not being able to take the mower back. The green mower actually got a flat tire eventually, so we happened to turn around and come back up in a good time. You'll be able to see that later on, in the video. But right here we're kind of screaming at each other because it's so loud and we really couldn't communicate really well. But again, still fun. And we're kind of sort of getting into probably the hardest part of the trail right here, which is not very long. But I was afraid of my son there potentially flipping over the mower, just because of, some of those angles can be tricky if you're not experienced.
And I was probably being a little too cautious here
while he was trying some of these. But again, I just wanted to make sure we're all safe and having a good time. You'll be able to see that a little bit later on here. Again, we want to do bigger tires on these and potentially like a pulley swap that everyone talks about. But we actually don't want to make them too fast. We kind of want to keep them kind of slow and kind of what they're meant for, to go slow. And so again, these are somewhat big rocks that he's going over, and it's doing great.
I'm pretty sure the mower was actually running kind of funny because we probably forgot to pull down the choke.
This is the first part of the trail that was kind of hard. And again, this may not look like much, but you could flip if you hit it the wrong way. And we were successful. and not flipping or breaking anything. So, but you can see there the tire is getting a little flat, and we still actually hadn't noticed that it was going flat yet. So it didn't affect anything too much. But these things have a lot of torque and a lot of grip. And here we're just kind of trying some hills and just following each other, having some fun. I guess this would be a fun area to have a pulley swap in where you can kind of go faster than 5 miles an hour.
We're gonna research some videos and do some online work to see what we can do to just make them just a little bit faster. They go kind of 5 miles an hour now, and we're thinking maybe 8 to 10 or something. Again, a ton of fun. If you're actually thinking of getting a mower to do this, I would suggest doing it for sure. Especially with somebody else that has the same interests that you do, that likes to have fun and likes to do weird, funky stuff like this. Right here, we already made a U-turn and we're heading back. Again, the mowers did great, but I did want to point one thing out.
When we were going down a steep hill, the mower did seem to catch some momentum, and so be careful. Man, I wanted to hit those rocks, but I was afraid of breaking the mower.
Especially not knowing what it could handle. Anyways, if you ever get one of these,
figure out the braking system first. That way you're not going down the hill out of control. And that's something that we want to eventually figure out.
we're just kind of flexing out the suspension a little bit here.
And I was telling him to try to follow my lead, but I think I eventually told him just to take the easy route.
Pretty fun part here just because of the rocks and the terrain and the dips. It was good.
Going by yourself a $200 mower, remove the deck, and go hit some trails. That's going to be it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.